Good morning. Okay. I'm Russ, like I say. People who don't know anything about me probably won't realise that I used to be a volunteer down at Elsecar. Yep, Keely's here. Elsecar Heritage Railway. And basically, what used to be Elsecar Heritage Railway. And as you can see, let me get it right way, there's nothing much left of it anymore. Only thing is, I've got behind me is Birkenhead, which is also a private owner, and that's still here. I do believe it has been sold and waiting to go onto a new home. But there, with its boiler out, is Birkenhead. Apart from that, there's a flatbed wagon with some stuff on it in the background, some old boilers. That's it. It's all gone. It's all gone. So, I used to be a volunteer on this railway for many years. Keely loved it because she used to get rid of me on a weekend when I used to volunteer down here. And I was a trained guard, I was diesel driver, and I was a trained fireman on the steam engines. Loved it. A lot of bitching and a lot of backstabbing. It didn't make it pleasant some days when we used to come down. Everyone used to fight to get on steam engines, and it weren't very good, to be honest. I didn't mind. I love my diesels. He was getting attacked by a wasp. I love my diesels. I just sat on a diesel all day long. I had to put a photograph in a bit of me on a diesel, pushing the train back into the station on a diesel with one of the Sentinels on the front. That's nothing. Sentinels, we had 2 Sentinels down here. Hated them. Weren't proper steam engines for me then. Now Mardy was steam engine. Birkenhead behind me, that's a steam engine. Sentinels, they're not steam engines. Well, they are, but they're not. You know what I mean? You either like them or you don't. So this is what's left of Elsecar Heritage Railway. Got the old bridge. What once stood across the line at Dovecliff in Barnsley, and they fetched it over and built it here. That's the bridge. The old station, what we built many years ago. All empty. Overgrown now. All fenced off as well. The council just fenced it all off, and that's a view. Down the track, what once stood all the coaches, locos, rolling stock. Literally. All gone. All gone. So this is the canal basin. What once was going to run all the way down to the end of the railway, and it was thought that people could get a canal boat down and the steam train back, but it never happened. It would have been fantastic. Again, so much potential, a lot of potential. Now it's just used for fishing. Yeah, and the railway is just here. Just here on the right hand side. So it would have been great. It would have been great. Imagine that. Tourist attraction with canal boats and steam trains. Brilliant. What's left of the railway down there? Oh, I'm stood up crossing there. Pedestrian crossing. Gates. Like I say. Well and truly overgrown. That's looking up towards the station. Will it ever come back? Who knows? Who knows? So as this was the railway crossing, we never got planning permission for the terminus for the trains. It's just up there. That's where we used to terminate. Like I said, we never used to get permission. We never got permission for this crossing. Busy junction, as you can see, it's on a junction. I like to say, all well and truly overgrown now. Well and truly. We've got the barriers and everything. the barriers ready to go in, but it never happened. It never happened. Well, that road's closed, but so is the railway. So this is the other crossing further down the line. Never up to passengers, like I say, all fenced off now, and absolutely well and truly overgrown. Somebody's kicked the fences down here. I see, it's been quite a while laying all this track, and this track, oops, losing my footing. This track then leads down to Colton Wood, which is just down there. Somebody's got a great job on their hands if they do reopen this railway, because like I say, after 2.5 years, it's well and truly overgrown. Well and truly. The track's still there. That's one good thing. There's nothing to run on it. There were loads to see and do down here. Loads of interest, including this engine pump. I believe it was for the pit or something like that at one bit. Yeah, never went in it. It's closed today. Interesting. Interesting. So, when it shut down back in 2019/2020, we had a meeting. We had a meeting in this yard, left hand side, and all members were invited. Volunteers weren't at first, but then volunteers were allowed to come, but they weren't allowed to say anything. They got to stay quiet and just listen. And in that meeting, it was decided, basically, more or less to give up on the railway and hand the railway back to Barnsley Council. Like I say, during that meeting, a guy who offered a lifeline to the railway and said basically he'd pay the bills right through until Christmas 2021, which was obviously end of last year, and he'll pay the bills. But they set about him. He was over some business to do with Mardy Monster, the selling of Mardy Monster. Like I said, the details, I've no idea really. That's for them to sort out. But again, it was basically, the members set about him. They set about him, and he basically said, "I'm not paying for nothing. That's it. I've had enough. I refuse to offer you a lifeline, and I'm not going to continue with it." So the meeting closed, and like I said, not long after, it was COVID struck. It was, like I said, we went to 2020, then COVID struck, and basically the railway was handed back to Barnsley Council. And to me, from an outside line, because I wasn't kept informed, to me, Barnsley Council sold everything. Everything's gone. Like I said earlier, there's nothing left in here, only Birkenhead. And I've just been speaking to somebody from the Heritage Centre, and he said, this video was about, rest in peace, Elsecar Railway, rest in peace, but it might not be. There might be a lifeline end of this, but we'll see. Hopefully there is, because I'd love to come back down here and volunteer again and take up where we left off. It'd be great. But we'll see. We'll wait and see. But looking at it now, it don't look like there's going to be a lifeline here. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. But will it ever happen? Don't know. Wait and see. I hope so. I hope so. Because at the end of the day, as well as the Heritage Centre, it's a tourist attraction. It fetches people into Barnsley. It's still got so much potential with the line, extension on the line going down to Colton Wood, and possibly another station down there. People getting off and doing the shopping. It'd be great if they got the canal up and running, and basically, had the canal boats running. That'll never happen, I don't think, never. But the railway, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.